Greg Strawbridge here with WordMP3.com. This is basic audio editing for sermons and instructional audio. As you can see, I usually keep my audio in a folder, and then I use the program Amadeus Pro. This is a great jewel of a program, very inexpensive, but it works well. I've literally edited thousands of files with this program, and it does a great job and very easy to use. Most of the time you get audio such as a lecture or talk or something, and there's extraneous information at the beginning and at the end. So in this case, you can see that what I'm doing is just selecting that information and then deleting it. And that's a very important thing to do, so that if you're putting audio out online, it sounds good, it starts where it needs to start. People are not having to listen to lots of things that are extraneous at the beginning or the end. I also try to make it as loud as possible. So normalization or normalize is one function for that. But normalization has a limitation. That is, if you have some kind of bump or something really loud, it only brings it as high as that. So the other way to do it would be a peak limiter, and so this is a peak limiter that I have set up for voice louder. That's my preset, which is just to say make the voice as loud as possible and as clear as possible. So you can see there's quite a bit of volume change and amplitude change. I usually take the file after it's edited, save it. Sometimes I save it as another name because you want maybe the previous version. In this case, I don't, and so there it is. And once I double click on it, at least on a Mac, you take it right to iTunes if it's a compatible format. And what I like to do is add as much information as possible. Now, you can also easily just delete old versions. And so in the window, it's a Control-I is the quick way to go. I add more information. And then finally, the final step is to convert it to a quality that you want for online purposes. So typically that means going down. In the import settings, you can set the quality. I use 32. I think some think that's too low, but in my listening, I think 32 is very reasonable for a voice quality audio.